Hello and welcome here or welcome back. My name is Stephanie and I've got two questions for you. Number one, is there something in life that you really desire? You want it to be your reality. You want to live this dream. You want to have this thing. But for some reason, you just can't figure out how to obtain or attain it. You can't figure out how to become that person or get that thing or have the life that you desire. And second question, have you ever had like a passing thought of how cool it would be to see something or have something, or just, for example, oh, butterflies are beautiful, right? And then very soon after you see the thing, you were just having a passing thought about how cool it is, or you see that beautiful butterfly just flying around. Why is it hard to manifest the things we care so much about, but easy to manifest the things that we don't really have that strong of an emotional attachment to? I'll tell you why. The simple idea I am getting at here is that the more you want something, the more of an emotional attachment you have to an outcome or to obtaining an item, sometimes the harder it is to make happen or make real or become. Whether it be money, a relationship, a successful business, becoming more confident, the more you want it, the more you tend to notice that you don't have it. And there it is. That is the reason. Because you are spending so much time wanting it, thinking about it, worrying about how you're going to get there, how it's going to become yours, how your dream's going to come to fruition, become your reality, the more you notice the lack of it. And where your focus goes, that is what is perpetuated. Where your focus goes, that is what your mind focuses on. And what your mind focuses on, it acts as like little blinders. It can't see anything else. If you want more money, you tend to notice that you don't have the money you want. You're focused on the lack of the money. And so you can't even see all the opportunities in which there are to receive money. The more attached you are to something, the more likely you are to become controlling, to become micromanaging, to focus on how to do it, how to get it, when you're going to get it, when you're going to become that person, when your life is going to change, right? And this all just is a different way of noticing that it's not here. Focusing on the lack of the thing you want, the lack of the life you want. When you are focusing on lack, you are in a lower state of consciousness. A lower state of consciousness in which you are not open to creative possibilities and solutions. A state of consciousness in which you can't even begin to perceive the multitude of ways in which you could have, do, or be what you want. When you're in a state of lack, you're frantically hunting for the path, right? And when you're frantically hunting, nobody can even get through to you, including the thing you want. So how do we solve this? How do we stop focusing on the lack of what we want or who we want to be or etc. and switch our minds and our perspective to something else, something more positive? Well, stop thinking about it. And you may be like, seriously? Stop thinking about what I want most? Yeah, right. But I'm gonna take you a little further here and it'll make more sense, I promise. You could shift your perspective or your focus to something you already have, or something that was super easy for you to obtain, or a goal that just came so naturally to you. When you shift your focus to these things, you are noticing the abundance. You are noticing your capability. You are noticing beauty or joy that is already here in your reality now. This raises your state of consciousness away from lack and fear and survival to thriving and possibilities and opportunities. And spend more time practicing the belief that you can have, do, or be anything. By reminiscing on things that, again, were easy to obtain. Things and skills that you learned, you conquered, you overcame. Then you can visit the thoughts about the thing that you want that you don't have yet. Because when you are focusing on the joy that is already, your state of consciousness rises, your vibration rises, and then you are in a sound state of mind to focus on the thing you want, because you are in a state of consciousness that is open and perceptive to opportunities and possibilities. So, if you are ever going to bring to mind the thing you want, first, raise your level of consciousness. Focus on the beauty, the joy, etc. that is already here. And you don't even have to focus on your own life. You can look in nature and admire the beauty that is there. You could look at your best friend and admire the qualities that that person has. You can look at your partner and admire the love you guys have between each other. It doesn't have to be about you solely. It's just getting yourself out of that lack. Getting yourself out of the fear and the survival frantic mode into a mode of contentment and ease and joy, and therefore that is when you should be, just kidding, I never should people, that is when it is best to visit the thoughts and daydreams about what you want. A little tidbit here, watch out for this. Attachment to something, to a goal, etc., leads to dependency. If you are so attached to the idea, to the idea that when you get your promotion or your raise, you can celebrate. When you get your promotion or your raise, you'll be happy. Then you are now dependent on the goal, on the thing happening in order to feel happy. But when you are focused on the lack of the thing, you're in a lower state of consciousness. Do you see where this is all tying into one another? So, you do not need to be dependent upon the exterior, the goal, the achievement, the becoming, in order to feel X, Y, and Z. To feel love, joy, happiness, peace of mind, etc. Right? Focus on creating those things first, and the rest will follow. I promise. Because those things raise your state of consciousness, raise your vibration, and therefore create a whole different reality in front of you. But the cool thing is, it's not even a whole different reality in front of you. You're just seeing what's in front of you already differently. So there's my little tidbit for today. Hope you enjoyed. Hazel is glad you are here as well. You can only see the top of her head, but this is my dog. This is why I can't lean back on my chair right now. But I forgive her because I love her. So let me know what you got out of this down in the comments below. And thank you for showing up. That's my bird. She wanted to make an appearance. I love you, and I will see you next time.